What the hell?
Hello. Welcome to another episode of Melanated N Business. We appreciate you guys for tuning in on this Thursday. It is me, just Joci.
And me, TaWanda, with the T.
And we have our special invited guest for the day, Mr. Dominique Nixon. How are you today?
I'm blessed. I'm with you, lovely ladies. I'm good. I couldn't ask for nothing more.
Cool. So TaWanda, what's the T?
The T. Number one, we ain't been here in a minute. So, hey, we missed y'all. So, happy Women's History Month. That's the month of March. So, every March is designated Women's History Month by presidential proclamation. This month is set aside to honor women's contributions in American history. What started out as Women's History Week back in 1978, I was not born then, grew over the years until...
Hey, don't hate on the 78, okay? Don't hate on the 78, little young tender.
It grew over the years until 1987 when Congress passed Public Law 100-9, designating March as Women's History Month. The National Women's History Alliance selects and publishes the yearly theme. This year's theme captures the spirit of these challenging times. Since many of the women's suffrage centennial celebrations originally scheduled for 2020 had to get rescheduled due to COVID because we couldn't do crap, the National Women's History Alliance is extending the annual theme for 2021 to valiant women of the vote, refusing to be silenced. We not silenced no more.
We won't
say
shut up. We won't shut up.
Joci ain't for real.
Know this on Big God, I'm not.
So here are some of the melanated women that have made history this year in the political realm, nationally and locally. Of course, number one on my list is 49th Vice President Kamala Harris, an American politician and attorney, the first female vice president, the first melanated person to hold the position, and the first Asian American to hold the position. Number two on my list is Cori Bush. She became the first Black woman to represent Missouri in Congress. She is a community leader, a Black Lives Matter activist, and a nurse. She was backed by Bernie Sanders, among with others. Bush ran on a progressive platform advocating for criminal justice reform and Medicare for all. And last but not least, locally right here in Gwinnett County, Georgia, my auntie, Patsy Austin Gatson. She was endorsed by Stacey Abrams and many more. She is the Gwinnett County District Attorney. She's the first Black district attorney for Gwinnett, and she is the first female. She has 30 years legal experience. She had her own solo practice. She taught paralegals in Clayton College, and she also had a business called Popcorn Palladium. It was in Swanee and also at Atlantic Station. Queens, we salute you. Joci, I salute you. And y'all stay tuned for more women in our Women's History Month celebration.
We got more women to come. Strange ladies. A round of applause. Thank you for the tea, TaWanda. So, Everybody tuned in today. We thank you. Y'all are here for our guests. I know y'all tuned in, checked out, did your research. Mr. Dominique, Nick, Mr. Pedal Pusher. I like that logo. That logo kind of cool.
Like that.
It is.
Yeah, that's kind of cool how you got the triangle like the bike. I see what you did there. I see that. I see you. Little creativity. So, Mr. Nixon, where you from?
Originally born and raised in the county of Dade. I'm originally from Miami, Florida.
From the bottom.
Hey.
What brings you to Atlanta?
I didn't speak Spanish. Oh. Spanish. Sorry.
They kicked you out. They kicked you out.
Yeah.
But you speak patois, right?
The Haitians don't run nothing in Miami.
Oh.
The Cubans run everything. Political government, the school board district, everything. So.
Say that again. Who run everything? Oh, I just wanted to throw that out there in case anybody hear you.
Spanish speaking resident.
So, being from Florida, myself, I understand Pedal Pushers is a cycling club, right?
Right. Well, it's kind of like a club, but it's more like a community outreach type of thing. You know what I mean? Okay. So I'm just trying to bring the people from the community together, getting some exercise while social distancing. So, yeah.
Got it. I know in Florida, everybody ride bikes everywhere.
Of course. And
so when I moved here, I was like, I don't ever see nobody on no bikes.
Because of all these hills.
Huh?
Because of all the hills.
Oh.
Atlanta has a lot of hills. This is not bike friendly. It's not.
Or when you moved here, nothing was anywhere. Everything was too far away from everything.
Still is.
Yeah.
So you are the founder of Pedal Pushers, correct?
I am.
So educate people on exactly what Pedal Pushers does, what the organization is.
Okay, so Pedal Pushers is what kind of like what Joci said, a bike group. We meet up like 3 days out the week and we ride in and around the city of Atlanta. We've had some good fortune on meeting some other bikers in other cities, and we kind of packed our bikes and went out there and rode with them as well. So that's pretty much what we do at Pedal Push. It's more so to get you out the house. And that's kind of how Pedal Pushers was birthed through the pandemic. Just everybody kind of uncertain of when the next time they're going to be able to go outside, see their friends, or go to the gym. So it's like, we could social distance and work out and fellowship all in one. So, yeah.
So it was birthed through the pandemic. You didn't have that thought beforehand?
Of course not. No, because you got to think about the reality of it. We live life where we work, we pay bills, we take care of kids, we socialize with our friends and family. You don't really have the time to necessarily ride a bike if that's not your thing. So like I say, just being stuck in a house and living life through the internet, watching life kind of like outside the window, it's like, I want to go outside. What can I do to go outside? How can I get outside? Because, they kind of had a lot of restrictions on where you can go and how many people could be in a building at one time. So it's like, well, they can't stop you from going outside. So that's kind of how that went. And then I seen like a lot of people, I didn't have to deal with it at first, but I seen a lot of people like complaining about the kids being in the house all day. Just like your job allowed you to stay at home. Now that and turn you into the lunch lady, the music teacher, the principal, the guidance counselor. And it was kind of new to everybody. So the more I'm on Facebook and see like, man, these kids need to get out of my house. I was like, well, what is something we could do to get the kids out of the house? Because I noticed that a lot of people spend time with their kids in the house, but they're not spending time with their kids. Kids on tablets, you on your phone, you on the internet.
Yeah, we all just stuck.
Yeah, so this is kind of everybody together. And then, you tire them kids out when they come out there and ride them bikes. So now little man, he gonna go to sleep. Put him in the tub, he going to bed.
So there's no age limit on joining the club.
Nah, it's no age limit at all. We cater towards we have a big demographic, but we kind of cater towards the older crowd because like I said, a lot of older people just they don't get out. So we got kids. I mean, it's everyone's welcome. Like we roll like one of the youngest riders, she like 6 years old. And she comes out with her mom and dad and her older brother and they ride. So you just never know.
Do you ever have any like age specific riding events? Like maybe like a grown up bar crawl or something like that? A brunch bar crawl?
Bar crawl on the bicycle.
A bike crawl, something.
You say that because that is working towards to actually start pedal pushers tours for people that come into town. They want to do something different. Visit the King Center. We're going to put them on bikes, give them a nice tour of the land, and taking them maybe go get something to eat. So that is something that I'm working on. But it's kind of hard to do just based on the fact, like I said earlier, it's a lot of hills. So if you go eat, you want a smooth ride back to your car. You don't want to be struggling up no hill after them mimosas.
No. Because it's gonna be pointless.
Nah, pointless. It won't be fun no more. It's like I didn't come here to exercise. I came to have time to laugh with my friends.
Right.
So, yeah.
So in starting the organization, was it hard, finding out the specifics of, how many people can ride or, what guidelines you have to follow, transportation law wise?
No, it wasn't as hard as most people would think. So really what it was just like, this is something I want to do. I'm going to invite my friends and family first. So I put it out to Facebook, say, hey, I'm going to be riding at Piedmont. Where we actually ride, there's a bike rental spot across the street. So you can rent a bike from them for about $6 for an hour. So at most, we'll be out there 2 hours, $12. It's not a lot of money. So my family would come out. And I have a lot of family members that stay here. And then they would bring their kids. And then it kind of just grew like that. And then people that I would see out while I'm riding, I give them a card or give them a sticker, let them know they can look us up on Instagram or Facebook and come out and ride. And it kind of just grew like that.
So I know when I'm in my car driving and I see people on their bikes, and y'all, like, with that many people, do you move as a unit like a car, or do you have to abide by, stay in that little bicycle lane off to the side?
For the most part, we try to adhere to all traffic rules. We definitely use the bike lane. But when it's at least 60, 70 of us, we'll just hog the lane up like a car. And we have certain people that we don't like spotter, so they'll make sure that no one's running or making that right turn, because a lot of people like to make that right turn and impede traffic while you see all these bikes coming. Why would you do that? So a lot of times we'll block off the corners on our bike just to keep them from kind of breaking up the flow of things.
Okay. So do you require helmets? Can I free ride?
Safety is my number one concern. So I suggest everyone bring a mask, and I suggest you wear a helmet. If you don't have a helmet, you ride at your own risk. We're not responsible for anything that happened to you. I let that be known at the beginning of the ride. I think at some point, I'm definitely going to go ahead and get me some waiver forms because I don't want that problem. Definitely.
Right.
So how long do you ride? Like, is it like, I know you said y'all usually take about 2 hours, but like how many miles?
So I do what's called a Sunday Fun Day ride. And I do that out of Piedmont every Sunday, 10:30 a.m. We pull out at 11:15. That ride in and of itself is about 11 miles. So we'll do like 4.5, 5.5 going, 5.5 coming back. But it's not bad. It's a slow pace.
How do you like that?
That's a long time to be on a bike.
Oh, we do take water breaks, breaks for pictures. Just it's not the 2 hours go by fast. Trust me.
You just made me sound real lazy. Like
That's what, like, how did kids feel about that?
Kids,
the hell with them kids. Let me tell you how the mama feel.
kids got energy. You got to exert that energy. You got to understand they're not going to PE no more. They're not hanging out with their friends. They're not going. Depending on who the parent is, you're not really allowing other kids from outside to come in your house because you don't know where they been and if they're going to infect your kids. So everybody's like this. So they got energy to burn. Trust me, I got people in their 50s and 60s do well on that ride. So if the 60-year-olds can kick it, the kids can kick it. Joci 78, you could definitely kick it.
Man, look here, mind your business.
Okay. Look, and also tell people to ride bike is better on your knees. You know, a lot of people like get shin splints or they run or they jog. No, you ride that bike, easy, you float.
So are there, I know you said there's bike rental, place across the street from the Piedmont ride.
Sure.
Do you typically try to find a meeting place that has bike rentals in the, in the vicinity, or, do most of the rides require people to have their own bicycles?
Kind of all three. So one, the Sunday ride is strictly at that particular location. I don't think that route would ever change. They just revamped the bike shop, so that's going to be there. But in me starting a touring company, I will provide bikes moving forward. So about another month, I have all of them here. It's just a matter of logistically getting them to the park and getting them back to my house. So I will provide the bikes. Now, there are other rides that you would have to be more of an experienced rider to ride that ride. So the rental bikes that I have or the rental bikes that's in the park, you won't be able to handle it because it's a lot of hills.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you. Are there certain specifics that your bike has to have in order for you to maintain certain rides?
Yeah, so the Sunday ride is a cruise. You can bring your cruiser, any bike will do. The weekday rides, they're a little more intense. They're like 18 to 20 miles. And you're going to need something with at least 21 gear.
And now break that down. What does that mean?
Bad knee.
21 gears.
Yeah, what are the difference in the gears on the bicycles?
Okay, so the gears work just like the gears in a car. So on some bikes, they only have 7 gears. So that's cool, but it won't give you the push that you need. On other bikes, they have 21 gears. Some have more gears. So on your left, it's going to be your 3, your 2, and your 1. And on your right, it's going to be your 1 through 7. And you kind of adjust the gears according to the speed or the distance that you're going.
That sounds complicated.
No, it's
not.
Man,
let me tell you.
So look, 3 is the hard gear, 2 is the middle, 1. So typically, if you come out and it's your first ride, you'll probably keep it on 2, and you'll probably keep your right on about a 5 or a 4.
How far are the gears from the brakes?
We can't hear you.
Y'all can hear me now? No?
Yes.
I thought you said do not disturb work, but I guess
clearly you don't know how to use it.
Okay. We gonna I want people to call me, so I never use it. This is my first time using do not. I have no reason to dodge nobody. So.
Yeah, put them on airplane mode.
Okay. I mean, you give me all the tricks. I'm gonna try all this when people getting on my nerves. I was calling you out. Airplane mode. I was being subtle. Yeah. But no, you can adjust the gears, and typically it's always somebody on the ride that will help you with that. We have people on the ride. If you get a flat tire, somebody gonna change your tire. You need to adjust your seat. We swapping you out like the NASCAR.
No, that's cool.
You catch a flat tire, you think it's gonna be 30 minutes. No, your tire gonna be changed in under 5 minutes, and you're gonna be back on the route.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying we keep it in a tube, we keep the tools, we keep a pump. I mean, you know what come with this. You can catch a flat tire anywhere, and that's just gonna kill the move. So we gotta keep it going.
So let's get back to these gears. the increasing gears, the bike with the 21 gears, is that because the bike has more of an incline? Like so you know how sometimes when you get on the bike at the gym, is you put it on a certain number and you pedal really fast. Right. And then sometimes it's you got to put a little work in it. Is that the difference in a 7-gear bike and a 21-gear bike?
The difference, but you got to think about it like this. If you're going up a hill on a 7-gear bike and you already in one is the gear that's like this. You out of gas. You got no more gears to go through. So if you had 21 gears doing that, you probably at least would be on a 4. You could click down to a 3, to a 2, to a 1. But if 7 is all you had, by the time you get to 1, you just gonna want to get off the bike and walk. You're gonna want to go home, really. So I try to make sure they have the proper bike to suit the type of ride. Because 10 miles from home, I've seen people catch an Uber back. They'll order Uber XL so they can put the bike in there. It happens. No, it happens. But you know what you're signing up for. And we out there, we got lights on our bike, but you got people that's disrespectful to pedestrians, let alone bikers. So we kind of got to play it safe. I done seen it all. I done seen it all happen. I done seen just about everything but somebody get hit by a car.
So is biking something that I know the business is new, but have you always been a bike rider, or it was a kind of new lifestyle that you picked up for other reasons?
This was just a new lifestyle. It started out as just something to do. And riding on Sundays was cool, and I like hanging out with the people that come out. But I wanted to do more because for me personally, I just got tired of seeing the same scenery every Sunday. So then I reached out to another biking crew, and I went riding with them, and they took me on a route I wanted to throw up after that. So I was like, I'm gonna come back next week and we're gonna try this again. And I just got better at it. So a lot of people probably see me and see my size and they think, oh, they could ride a bike longer. I doubt it. Because I've been at it for like 7 months, and it definitely increases your endurance. Riding a bike is just good exercise. It's good for your heart. Like I said, it's good on your knees. And the weight loss is just the added bonus.
So why'd you choose biking?
There was nothing else to do.
You could have did kickball or soccer or.
Oh, in my defense, when I see people bike on the road or on the internet, it just looked like fun. I just wanted to have some fun. Kickball is cool, and I'm trying to start a team just in case anybody want to play. But yeah, it just looked like fun. I said, I want to do that. I want to get outside and ride a bike. I remember the joys of riding a bike when I was a kid. I wanted that feeling again, so I picked up the bike.
Now, earlier you said that you went out and kind of connected with some other bike clubs.
Sure.
Or cycling clubs. I don't want to call them bike clubs, and people think I'm talking about motorcycles. Gotcha. What other partnerships have you done, and was it hard to create those relationships? Like, is it like an underground scene, and unless you a cyclist, you don't know that it's like cycle crews? You know what I'm saying? Y'all show up.
It's kind of like a secret society. I will say that, because it's with anything else. If you in, you in. Like, there's people that's big on Bitcoin right now, and they know the ins and out of that and the Forex trading. That's a foreign language to me. But when they get together, they talk about it. They put other people on to it and share information. Cycling is no different than that. I tell people cycling is like the new golf course. So you remember when the deals was being made on the golf course, they told you had to learn, get you a 9-iron, and that's what cycling is. It's a lot of affluent people that ride bikes that you would never know. The guy that owns the Mercedes of Buckhead is an African-American brother, and he cycles. and the people that he cycled with are older. So I'm in my 40s. They're probably in their mid 50s and 60s, and all of them been in corporate America forever. So all of them got great business and they do well. So it just helps. Your niece, nephew, you yourself is looking for some type of employment or a sponsor or a business opportunity. You get on that bike and you have a conversation with somebody, and somebody you riding the bike with gonna put you on to somebody else that ride a bike, and you be like, I'm late to the party. Why nobody told me this what was going on? And I'm
late to the party.
Yeah, I'm super late because the people that I meet that been doing it, they've been doing it a while. And I'm like, why didn't I know about this? Again, like I say, if that's not your thing and nobody's telling you about it, it's kind of like people that tell you once, come ride, you say no, don't worry, we ain't gonna ask you no more. And that's just how they roll.
So you have a big support from your family?
Of course not, man. You know they don't. Nah, yeah. So when I say family, I'm talking my immediate cousins, like my mom's sister kids, like that. So I want to tell all they've been in, but my aunt I got maybe 6 or 7 cousins that ride with me or that have rode with me. And out of those 6 or 7 cousins, they may have 2 kids apiece. So that's 7. That's 2. You do the math. I'm not a mathematician, but that's a lot of people that's related to me. So then you got Facebook, I'm reaching out. Then you got Instagram, I'm reaching out. So yeah. But my family, for the most part, my mom, my dad, my brother, they support me. My brother came to a few rides. He actually traveled up here to ride. He met me in Miami to ride. He was supposed to meet me in Tampa, but he had some other things. And I just gifted my dad a bike. He could kind of get out. Right.
So how does someone become a member?
That's the beautiful thing about it. Because it's open to the community, it's more of a community ride. There is no membership. There's no fees. There's no dues. At best, if you want to say I participated or I'm a part of it, you can purchase a shirt. That's the best you could do. But outside of that, there's no obligation. So if you come on Sunday and you don't want to come back, that's fine. And that's another reason why I advise them to rent a bike. Because the first thing people say is, I can't come, I don't have a bike. Well, you can rent a bike. Well, I don't want to rent a bike, I want my own bike. Any excuse to do. So, whatever.
Because then you may buy your own bike and then ride and be like, nah, this ain't for me. And bikes are not cheap.
Oh, well, first you got to find them. Because in the pandemic, you can find a bike. Like, it's still, to this day, it's hard to find a bike.
I didn't know there was a shortage on bicycles.
Yeah, well,
everybody's a helper now.
I don't think it's so much that. I think with COVID and everything being built over there and shipped, everything was at the port, and they was pick, choose, and refuse what they want to let come through. And whatever shipping container the bikes was on, they wasn't coming. So
they weren't making it in.
Increased the need for biking. So, I noticed now, learning that biking is kind of seasonal. So in the winter, most people don't ride because it's too cold.
But you guys have been riding all winter, right?
I mean, we knew. We don't know no better. We just like nobody. I mean, right? You know what I mean? So that's why we went to Florida, because it was cold in Atlanta. We went to Miami. We went to Tampa. We go out of town and ride. It becomes addictive. And I think more so, it's not so much the bike ride in itself or the exercise and all that. It's the camaraderie that you get, because you have to understand, I pulled up to this ride with Joci, and I want to make sure Joci gets back to her family safely. So when you out there, you just imagine you got at least 20 to 25 people looking out for just you and your well-being. That's different. It's when your mom and your daddy look out for you, that's expected. Your boyfriend, your wife, husband, that's expected. But when you got a bunch of strangers just looking out for you and making sure you good, you got what you need, whether it's an energy bar, some fruit, some water, enough tire in your tires. It's like, you people, they cool. And then once you really get to talking to them, and it's like, y'all all right with me. So
It's like when you're little, when you were little and you would ride your bike into somebody's neighborhood, and then y'all just all go start riding bikes together. Like
that's the common bond is the bike. And then they tell you how much they pay for their bike. It's people that ride bikes, these bikes that they ride over $10,000. And they don't have, and they got about 4, 5 of them. So
It's
yeah,
not the 1 speed bike.
I'm new to it. My bike is about $600-700.
yeah, I'm gonna leave my little $70 bike in the garage.
No, once you start getting into it, you start pushing them pedals, and you're gonna want to do more, and then you're gonna want to buy a better bike, and you could keep your $70 bike for the days that you do that. So trust me, it is very addictive, and depending on what your pocket's like, it can be costly. Because then you're gonna say, "Oh, they got a purple bike, they got a pink bike with blue in it, and oh, I'm gonna get the outfit to match, and then I'm gonna get the shoes." And once you start doing all that, it's like, "Oh Lord, yeah, you start spending some money."
Yeah, I seen. Speaking of matching outfits, you you guys when you went to Tampa for the Super Bowl ride, right? Um, a lot of the people were like outfits was matching their bikes, matching their sneakers. I was like, wow, like it's a whole little sauce thing. Like y'all driven.
It's like anything else. Like if I had a motorcycle and I was into motorcycles, I'm gonna make sure I got the baddest leather jacket. I'm gonna make sure I got the nicest helmet. I'm gonna make sure if I'm riding with speakers, my speakers got the best knob. I got all the chrome. Bicycling is no different. And there, don't tell them I told y'all this. And there are bike groupies. Okay, so if like people just on old school motorcycle, they do the same for bikes. And you're like, what the? Yeah. And
Are you serious?
dead serious. Okay. Yeah. Not knock it, but there are a lot of couples that ride because it takes a certain level of dedication. Just think, for instance, right? I call Joci. I say, Joci, meet me in Stone Mountain. We finna ride 15 miles. And then 2 days later, I say, meet me in Cobb County. We gonna ride. Who wants to do that? A lot of people don't want to do that. I gotta put my bike in the car, on the back of the car, drive way across town just to ride my bike and then drive home when I could have just rolled my bike in my neighborhood. So it takes a certain level of dedication. So most men who ride, if they're into fitness on any level, they lady ride. If you ride and you're not even into fitness, you tell your lady to come ride. That's good quality time. Y'all out the house. It helps you to get the stress of the day off. Sometimes you put your music in and you just zone out. So me and my lady spending time together, we might not be talking, but we're still spending time together doing something positive, and it's kind of being productive. So it's a lot of couples that ride. And then there are the when you get your bike, I ain't you know, it is what it is.
Oh my God.
So we have a question that says, what features are included in the high-speed bikes?
What features?
High price bikes.
The high price. So
Take my glasses off.
For the that are like higher in price, they got a lot of carbon fiber parts. So one thing about a bike, most people don't pay no attention to. Most bikes are heavy. The heavier the bike, the slower you're gonna go. And if I'm trying to go 60 to 70 miles on my ride, I don't want the weight of my bike slowing me down. So a lot of bikes they're put together to where they're light. They may be less than 3-4 pounds, a whole bike. And so they got carbon fiber parts. They got carbon fiber tires. Like I stated, we got 21 gears. Some of these people may have 32 gears on their bike. Like Yeah, so it just depends. The seats, they call them a saddle. The seats could run you from $50 to $600. Just depends on the seat.
So the $600 seat, is it like super soft?
I don't know. I have the luxury of touching one. You know, I heard about it. Too rich for my blood. But yeah, so together they can customize it however you want at the bike shop. And once you do all that, you up in arms when it comes to that price. That price is up there.
So we're gonna shift gears, and so I noticed that you guys do some community outreach, right?
Sure.
What tell me about some of those things you've done, and how, where are you going in that direction?
So I look at it like this. I'm riding with about 50 to 60 people on a weekly basis. For the most part, everyone's gainfully employed, and we do all right for ourselves. So when you're in a situation like that, you ride these bikes up and down these streets, you see a lot of homeless people. You see people that don't have. So I just took it upon myself to say, hey, I would like to do something for the homeless people. Someone had reached out to me for Thanksgiving, and we kind of put our money together, pool our resources. It was just me and her. And I say, when we do this for Christmas, I'm going to let all the bikers know and see if they want to contribute. So a lot of people contributed, and we were able to. Joci, you contributed. So, yeah. So appreciate you. Thank you. Because a lot of people see that and be like, man. Now, they'll like the post about Jesus, God. They'll like the post about, I get a lot of likes. But when you talk to digging in your pocket to help somebody else, they change the station on that. So I'm not mad about that. I'm just saying it happens. So in seeing what's going on in the community and society, and then COVID, everybody don't want to be bothered. Then you got homeless people who most people don't halfway want to be bothered with anyway. Now you got this pandemic, and we barely getting the resources we need. I can just imagine what they're going through. So I had an idea. I said, let's do it. And that's kind of how that went. So the next thing we'll probably try to do is some bike giveaways for the kids, because that's what this is really all about. Like taking care of the community from a health standpoint, mentally being able to get you out there prepared for whatever's going to come at you on the ride, but just allowing you to get the stress of the day off. So that's one aspect of it. And the other aspect is these kids ain't doing nothing but getting in trouble. Either that or they lazy because they're in the house playing on these tablets all day. So if you can't afford a bike for the child, but he wants to go out, then maybe that's a child that we need to get in contact with and provide him a bike so he can come out.
So is there something that you do quarterly that you're planning, or you just kind of spur the moment, think of something and just go?
Spur of the moment and just go. I started this whole thing 6 months ago. So maybe when a year rolls around, I kind of could look back and say, okay, we probably should have did this wrong, or we should have fine-tuned this. But right now, I'm just focused on what's going on in front of me. I can't really focus on, so if this is what's on the plate for the day, then that's what we're doing. It's more about a mood thing. Where you see a need, you feel a need.
Have you considered doing chapters in different cities?
I thought about that, but I actually have kind of hung with some people who have legit bike crews, and it's more work than I want to be involved in. I like the whole meeting the new people, getting out, going to different cities, doing something different, versus it's a lot of politics in that. I mean, it's business, but it's a lot of politics, and that's just something that I don't care to be part of.
Do you notice that that tends to be more, or is it a new trend for melanated people to be cycling or be part of cycling crews or clubs?
again, I'm late. They've been out here. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing I like about being able to have a platform from Facebook to Instagram. I'm turning people on to something that I was turned on to. But yeah, these people, like I've met a few people in the city of Atlanta that I ride with currently, and they've been riding for 7 years. And I'm like, I never known these people. I never saw them. It's like how they say, once you seeking something, it'll just come to you. So I was seeking biking, and before you know it, biking just started popping up in my feed everywhere. And I'm a people person, so I ask them, when y'all riding again, I want to come ride. They invite me out. But that's another thing too about when we talk about the biking clubs. They're like, hush, hush, this our thing. So, what come with that? So for me, this is our thing. You know what I mean? And I'm going to help put it together, but this for everybody.
So do you notice a lot of... Go ahead.
So let's say if I decided I want to go and try it, what is something that you think would be the most important advice that I should follow? Being new and lazy.
Being new and lazy. Now, are you coming out with us, or you gonna hang out in your neighborhood?
I think I'll probably do the fun day Sunday thing, because you said that's the laid back one.
Yeah. So the most I tell you is eat a light breakfast and bring you some water. That's it. There's gonna be somebody in the front, so you know who to follow, and then there'll be, of course, a few people behind them, and there's gonna be somebody behind you. So it'll never be a point where you'll be lost, or you won't know where you're going, or you just can't take a break. If you're in the back and you say, hey, they too far up there, I need to take a break, whoever's in the back, most likely they know the route. So they're going to say, hey, I'll wait for you, take as long as you like. And we do take breaks. So by the time you catch up, we'll be on break. We're not going to leave from the break area until whoever gets the last person is there.
One of your videos had a lot of younger guys on their bikes. Sure. Where was that at?
That probably was in Tampa. So there are different styles of riding, and some people know this, some people don't, some people don't care. But for most of the cyclists that you see that have the uniforms and the helmets, and they zipping by you at about 30 miles an hour, they typically ride on road bikes. So unbeknownst to me and to most people, a road bike is kind of like an old school 10-speed. So it got the curved handlebars. So that's typically what they ride on. And then you have a hybrid, which is what I ride. And a hybrid is kind of a mix of a road bike and a mountain bike. It's kind of built like a mountain bike, but it has slicker tires, right? Then you have a mountain bike. Mountain bike is the way the tires are is typically for you to be on trails. So the tires tend to stick to the ground, and that don't help if you're trying to go fast in the street. So we don't suggest you bring a mountain bike. And then you have a cruiser, which is kind of like a beach cruiser. You know, Debo, he coming. Debo coming. You know, that type of bike, that's a beach cruiser. And then you got the BMX. Now, the BMX thing is a big thing because a lot of them like to do tricks and all of that. So what you saw was a ride put together by a gentleman that I met through cycling that stays in Tampa. And his style of riding and the people he ride with, they ride BMX bikes. And that tends to bring out the younger crowd because of the style of riding. They doing the wheelies, they doing the tricks, they jumping off the bike, all of that. And typically the way it works is this group don't ride with that group and that group don't. They don't intermingle.
Okay.
Because I'm new, I don't listen to, it's no rules. So I hang out with the cruisers, bike, everybody. It's just about a vibe. I don't be into all that. Like I said, it's a lot of politics. I don't care about that.
I never knew that there were so many different types of bike. Like they all look the same to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Riding by. Everybody on 10 speed, if you ask me, that's a 10 speed.
Right, right.
So the let's say the standard bike that you like gift your children, right? That's something that you would bring to a Sunday ride?
You can pretty much get away with any bike on a Sunday ride. Because the bike rental place, they have a bunch of cruisers that don't have gears. So you just know that's going to be kind of a harder ride for you because there is a slight incline on the route. So you're going to wish you had gear.
Got it.
One question.
Costs. Somebody say, Irene, say, how often do you take breaks? We take we take 2 breaks. We take 2 breaks on the ride. So we'll probably do well, know what? I apologize. We take 1 break. Now it just depends. Hold on, Joci. I know you, Irene, may be saying the same thing.
You tripping.
Hold on now. 1.
It depends on distance, right? So if we want to do 20 miles, we're going to do more than 1 break. But the ride that we do on Sunday is not that bad of a ride. So you're going to be exhausted most likely by the first break. But, you're going to rejuvenate. You're going to get yourself together, get some electrolytes, do whatever you need to do to get yourself back A1. And then we're going to take on to the second leg of the ride. Now, the beautiful thing about this particular route is because on the way back, it's kind of like downhill. So you're cruising all the way back. So you'll be back to your car before you know it. You're like, we ain't take a break. But we typically take breaks to let people catch up. So it's no how many. It's just as long as the people that came with us is with us and they make it back to their car, we're going to take as many breaks as we need to.
Okay. So I think I'm going to come back to my comment. So Angelina Ronique says, if someone is visiting Atlanta, could they join you guys on a ride as a tourist? And how would they be able to get the details about the ride?
Angelique, you can hit us on Instagram. Is the Instagram up there? I don't know.
There you go. I don't know why y'all be trying to do our job. We got this.
Okay, so
say the Instagram.
The information posted, is it down there or up here?
Down.
The information is there. Yeah, you can hit us on Facebook or hit us on Instagram. Thank you, Joe. I didn't know, Joe. I'm sorry.
Now, TaWanda, what do you do? That was the cue to run across the screen.
See? Oh.
It's slow, man.
Put your glasses on. You over there trying to be cute and can't see the keyboard.
Hey, break it up, ladies.
Okay. Be over there like this.
Oh, you can hit us on Instagram or you can hit us on Facebook, and we'll keep you posted as to what's going on. Just inbox me. Let me know when you want to come in town, how many people, and I can put something together for you.
Do you now on your website? Do you have your schedule posted weekly?
No, because no, it's no because no, the schedule's not posted.
Okay. So you I know that you guys, you said you're gonna start traveling and you guys traveling. So people travel with you to these different places. How does that work? Everybody just load up and y'all just kind of go as a group, or it's like I meet you there if you're there, and if you're not, then
no. So in all fairness, I have pedal pushers and I have another group of riders that we like this as ATL pedal bikers. So what we do, because the vibe is so strong between the both groups, whatever they doing, I'm doing. Whatever I'm doing, they doing. It's no separation. And I think it's funny because when we talk to other people, they're trying to figure out like why we so close. And it's just the similarity in what we're trying to do. It's some brothers and sisters, not all from the hood, but urban. I'll say that word. we're a little urban to some degree. And yes, we do have a lot of professional people that ride with us, but you got to think about you had the most fun with your ghetto cousin versus your ugly cousin. So we like the ghetto cousins. uh, But when you come, you're going to ask your mama, can I go back to their house next weekend? And that's kind of how we were able to build it from the formula of what we do. So if I'm seeing something on the internet where somebody's saying, hey, I'm having a ride in DC July the 6th, we have enough time to talk to the people that we normally ride with and say, hey, I see these people doing a ride on July 6th in DC. Y'all want to go? And then we got somebody in the group. One thing about this biking thing is everyone is very skilled. Don't let the cycling, the bicycle, the gears fool you. There are some very professional people. Got all type of business. So once we say what we're gonna do, we got somebody that's gonna check flights, and then they're gonna come back, report this what it is, this how far from the ride we're gonna do. And typically when we go to another city, we want to ride in on our bikes to the meetup spot. We don't want to come to the spot and take our bike out the car. No, that's not real cycling. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna come to my city, wherever your hotel is, it need to be at least 6 or 7 miles from the meetup spot. And then they're gonna ride in 10, 15 deep on their bike, like, because you gotta come in, you want to make a statement. Like, who is those people? Oh yeah, that's Dominique them from Atlanta. Yeah, they just came and rode with us. It's a big to do. Like it sounds simple and petty, but it's like, nah, we came to ride bikes. We didn't come to go to y'all club. We didn't come to go to your mama house and see the pictures on her mantle. No, we came to ride bikes. So we're gonna stay over here. We're gonna ride over there. We're gonna do y'all ride. We're gonna ride our bike back to our hotel. So that's typically how it goes. So we just figure out what's popping. I'm pretty much the person that be looking on everything because I spend a lot of time on the internet, unfortunately. Yeah. But they be all in. They whatever. Some people can make it, some people can't.
And the Atlanta pedal pushers. What are the Atlanta club called?
Pedal pushers and Atlanta pedal bikers. APB.
Okay. The Atlanta pedal bikers, that's the crew that does the night rides, right? With the glow in the dark bikes.
And that's what I try to get people to understand. If you want to come out, like say you ladies came out on a Sunday, y'all like it. Y'all been coming Sunday after Sunday and you want to upgrade your bike, you want to do something different. That's when we're going to go over there and we're going to ride with them. Now, I'm already riding with them. So I'm knowing the routes. I'm knowing what's going on. But now you come ride because you say, oh, I done lost 15 pounds. I can't wait to, there it is, Atlanta ATL pedal bike. So you want to come out and do something a little more. So then we're going to go on that ride with them and they're going to take you through the city. And the beautiful thing about that is because the night ride is special because it's less traffic. You got the wind in your face. It's a nice breeze and everybody got lights on their bike. So you see us coming. There, might have a little speaker here and there. You can catch you some tunes, but it's a nice, cool vibe. It definitely is. Because you got to think, in the daytime, there's a good chance you're going to sweat. You're going to be, my hair, I don't want to. But that night ride is just a nice, cool vibe.
So when health-wise, how, like, what is the benefit of biking?
It reduces stress. It's good for your heart. Like I say, for me, it has allowed me to lose some weight. I don't eat like I'm supposed to, so I got to ride my bike twice as much as the normal person. But for a lot of people, I've seen them drop the weight like it's nothing. So it's just good exercise, good cardio. It for the fellas, it helps your libido. It definitely helps you be, like Anjanette say, low impact. Low impact. It's definitely good on your knees. Like I played football. I've been in the gym. It's okay. If someone would have told me biking was the way 10, 15 years ago, yeah. And you don't, what a lot of people don't even notice, like most of the local, like it's been a fad for the most part, but it's a fad that's not going nowhere. Kevin Hart ride bikes. What's the gentleman? Warren Sapp ride bikes. Shaq ride bikes. It's a lot of people that ride bikes. Affluent people that ride bikes that's in the industry. Like people just assume, oh, well, Dominique ride bike. No, it's a lot of people ride bikes. A lot of people in Atlanta ride bikes. Political figures. Ray Lewis ride bikes. When I say ride bikes, I mean they're like riding 100 miles in one day, not tomorrow.
In one day.
Yeah. They going 50 one way, 50 and it's called a century. A lot of people do it. Some people got to work up to it. Some people do it like it's nothing. There's a lot of people that ride on Silver Comet. They'll get up early in the morning, ride all the way to Alabama, and come back. The Silver Comet Trail goes to Alabama. How many miles to Alabama? I think it's about 60. I'm not for sure. But Alabama line is kind of like right there in a car. But
that's like a 2-hour drive. So how long does that take riding?
I don't know. I'm thinking.
That's all day.
Do you see my face?
All day.
But you gotta.
We're gonna get early in the morning. We ain't gonna get back till late at night.
Nah, they're gonna be back if they head out there. What you say? 67 miles. See, 67 miles to Alabama. So, give or take 67 miles may take you to do going and coming back. It may take you about 4 hours. You get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, you home by lunchtime. They taking breaks, they eating, they staying hydrated. You don't want to catch no cramp.
How fast are they riding?
They got their energy snacks to kind of keep them. You don't want to do nothing heavy. You don't want to have no grits, the whole bacon, egg, and cheese, breakfast biscuit from no. Something real light so you can go and come back.
Well, Melanated N Business is going to come ride. Done in the fun. We're going to take some on the scene photos and stuff. Make sure I give you my insurance card. My emergency contact. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be prepared because I have not ridden a bike in a long time.
Okay. Now I ain't even gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. You roll something else, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
I ain't rode that in a long time either.
All I'm saying, don't forget, okay? That's all I'm saying. Don't. Once you get, like, I remember how to, like I said, I posted a video of my daughter. She been trying to ride a bike forever, but at the time she would come over, she don't want to ride no bike. So the day that I posted that video, that was her first time riding that bike, and I had to turn my camera on. She picked it up in less than 5 minutes. So it's all about balance. And your foot right there. Just put your foot out. You ain't gonna fall. Just put your foot out. It's not that hard. But some people, you know, they get discombobulated. You disoriented. Like, what the hell?
Not coordinated.
Yeah, no.
Cool. Well, tell the people again where they can contact you, where they can meet you, your website, your IG, your Facebook, your contact, your phone number, your next meetup spot, all that information.
All right, so we're going to run this down real smooth. Like, if you're looking for me on Instagram, it's pedal pushers. So it's _ pedal pushers _ That's the Instagram. If you're looking for us on Facebook, you can find us at Pedal Pushers of Atlanta. We have a group on Facebook. I kind of post all the rides, all the flyers, that's the upcoming events, community service events we're doing. You can definitely get in the know that way through Facebook. Also, if you want to ride and you're looking to ride and you're a beginner, you may want to come out to the Sunday Fun Day ride. If you may be in your 20s, 30s, you may have a 13-year-old son or little brother, you can bring them as well. There's enough bikes for everybody. Just have your money, credit card, whatever you're going to do, make sure you eat a light breakfast. If you are a more advanced rider, you want to do something different, you want to get out and meet you some other people that ride, you may be new to the city or you only ride with the people that's on your side of town, you can meet us every Tuesday and Friday at Hop City in the West End. That's on Lee and White Street. And I will have a flyer on that as well. So keep up with me on Facebook and Instagram. Now, we do have a website, Pedal Pushers LLC. It's kind of under construction right now. That's all I'm going to say. It's there because, branding is everything. You just can't not pay for it. Because the minute this go where it's supposed to go, then everybody going to want to buy the website. And I ain't. That's where we at. PedalPusherLLC.com. Instagram is _PedalPushers_. And on Facebook is Pedal Pushers of Atlanta. And I'm Dominique. Oh, yeah. And then shop with me. Get a little shirt. You want to come out, you want to be all the way legit. Go and get you a shirt. And I'll bless you with a shirt. Now, it's not free. It costs me.
That ain't blessing you with a shirt if it ain't free.
Huh? What happened?
Blessing is free.
What?
What? You said it. I'll bless you with a shirt, but it ain't free.
Listen, the word for the day on my page was comprehension. A lot of people don't comprehend. They hear it, but they interpret it differently. Like she said, I bless you with a shirt. That's probably, they stopped listening after that. Oh, he got me. No. I can get you, but I ain't got you.
Well, we thank you for coming on today and educating us. I definitely learned a lot today about, bikes and different types of bikes and different types of crews and all those things. And I think it is good that it's warming up, in Atlanta, that we get out, we try to do something different, and incorporate your families. I like that, the fact that I can bring my child along with me, and we can all as a unit, bike and cycle and see the city and exercise and be healthy, because this COVID-19 is on everybody. And that weight, you're working from home, you're constantly in the house, you're not going out, the kids aren't going out. As we get older, we do need to find things that are a lot healthier. And the gym is not for everybody. So, I definitely invite everyone to come out, be a part of it, join a crew, and just something that you can do, once a week and enjoy and get outside and have fun. So
Definitely.
I definitely thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
On that note, we are going to welcome you all for tuning in to Melanated N Business, where we highlight Black and brown businesses in the community, for the upliftment of the community. We thank you for tuning in. We ask that you check us out every Thursday. Like, follow, share. Melanated N, the letter N Business. We are here at 7:30. If you have a guest or a business or a brand that you would like to bring awareness to, share nationwide, doesn't matter where you are, you can email us at justjoci@melanatednbusiness.com, and we will definitely reach out and try to get you on the show.
Internationally also, as long as you're going on our time frame.
Yes. 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you all for tuning in. You all have a wonderful, wonderful week. We will see you next week. On that note, we are out.
Bye.